100%. It's always nice being back in Spartans Stadium. 70,000 people supporting you. It was like first couple plays, you're obviously gonna have some nerves, but got into a rhythm and it was fun. It was definitely a nice feeling to be back out there.
So when you make that catch in space and we see you stumble and rumble, what's going through your head when you get that ball and you have that opportunity to go make a play?
I don't know. I was just like, see defender, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can make a move. Because last year I tried to do the same thing, didn't work out as well, but was able to make it, and then got hit, and I was like, oh, I'm still on my feet. I guess I can keep running.
For you guys, is Saturday just another game, or there's kind of reminder and you want to kind of make more of an impression at home?
Definitely a reminder for like us players who played last year. It was a tough loss last year. We had our opportunities. We were up at half, and then we just downhill, some couple mistakes here and there. And like for me, it's definitely a game I want to go out there and win.
Is this being carried over to the new guys who may have transferred in and didn't get the experience and kind of picking up on your energy?
Yeah, I think we mentioning it to them, seeing the film obviously from last year, going off that and like telling them, hey, this is how they're gonna play. We're gonna show a little bit more with them and go after them.
With early look at tape, how did BC's defense look different from a year ago?
They still got some good edge rushers, 15, 17 good guys there. Safeties are coming back. Backers are going to be good, some good corners. Like, they're definitely going to be a good team to go against. Some man coverage, cover three, definitely a good challenge for us.
What was the frustration level coming out of that game with some of the missed opportunities that you guys had?
It's football. We're going to have frustrations on the field, but, you got to go back, look at the tape, and then just methodically look at it instead of getting all emotional about it. Look at what you can fix, and then just go from there and prepare for the next game.
I know Aiden had talked a lot about watching that Boston College game back. Was that just him, or did he kind of make everybody else kind of live through it again?
I think we all felt it, and we all the memories are coming back, and we're like how much that one stung, because we lost it ourselves. I feel like they played a good game, but I think we lost that game for us.
We saw a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of Jay Coyne. There's a heavy identity, it seems, with this year's offense. Is that something as a tight end that it's like thumbs up like that? That's a good thing?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
As many tight ends we can get on the field, the better. I think we have one of the best tight end groups in the nation, not including just Jack and I, but BP, Kai, Jaden, some of the younger guys coming in, Jay Coyne. I think we got a great group, and using them all in their different ways is awesome.
What does that do for, when you're not playing a heavy set, when you have more wide receivers out there? Like, what does that do to have that sort of identity and kind of beat guys down like that?
I think it spreads the defense out in ways, because we can go 12 personnel, and then they're gonna have to go base personnel, play bigger, and then you got mismatches for tight ends. Then you can go a little bit 11 personnel, use Jack out in the field a little bit more, and get some mismatches there. And I think it's just a good balance to use to make defenses stay on their toes.
How have you seen him bounce back on the learning side of things when he's can only be in shorts for parts of fall camp, and now he's sort of gearing back? Have you seen him take steps and sort of catching up to you guys?
Mm-hmm. I think he's done a great job. All camp he hasn't really been able to go, but he's stayed in, mentally locked in, helping some of the younger guys, still helping me out. Just little things he's learned along the way with the offense, and just he stayed through it mentally the whole time, which was just awesome to see.
Through now a year with this staff, I guess what was the selling point to sticking in terms of just what you learned about Wozniak a little bit early, and just what you mentioned too about the offensive personnel, how they like to use it?
Yeah, I think this staff in general is just a nice it's a family environment. Like, they want you to be here. They always have their family around. They love when you bring your family around. That was a huge selling point. I'm a big family guy. So having that around, and then obviously using the tight ends as much as we do is a huge thing. Big Ten football is huge around here. It's nice using the tight ends.
Michael, how have you seen Jay in your room sort of grow in that role? I remember a year ago we were talking about how he was just trying to adapt into becoming a fullback and learning about all that. We see him play a lot on Friday. Just how has he grown from a year ago to now?
It's been awesome to see him grow. Coming from the defensive side of the ball, it's a totally different scheme. Going from learning, okay, you go chase the ball, you set the edge and stuff, to then going and learning different plays. Some are pass, run, different directions. It's been nice to see him learn and adjust, and I think he's doing a great job.
How did you guys as a group come out of Western? Just when you reviewed it in the blocking sense, pass, run, block. I know that's something that Wozniak and you guys have been talking about all offseason. Just game one, how did you feel like you came out of that?
I think we did good initially, and then she started heating us up a little bit, and some miscommunications happened, missed assignments, and we're looking at that through the tape and just figuring out, all right, we got to do this on this situation, do this in this scenario, and we're just moving on and expecting it now.
When fans see you out there, what do you want them to know about you? Like, what makes you tick? What's important to you?
God first, love God. He's a huge part of my life. Huge family guy. Love football and love the Spartans.
What do you study?
Business management.
What is Travis Kelce, this 3-year running SAD? What has that done for the tight end position culturally?
It's been awesome. You know, bringing like tight end university. That's something like I eventually want to get into. Like with them bringing all the tight ends together, making it more of a family with the tight ends in the NFL. I think that's awesome, and it's making the position more known, and you get to see some of the newer guys coming up, and it's nice to see.
Do you feel like the position group as a whole sort of left some meat on the bone last year in terms of the impact you guys can have in the offense versus how they sort of had been rolling out at Oregon State and how involved they were? Is there more that the tight ends can do this year? Do you feel like you're equipped to do that?
100%. I think we have the guys to go do a lot more in this offense now. We have a better skill set. We have a better understanding of the offense. And I think we're going to be able to do a lot more this year.
BC game last year, you were open for, or was that Maryland?
Maryland.
Oh, my bad, I forgot. Never
All
mind.
good.
Anything else, Michael?
Well, yeah, actually, the growth that you guys showed last year, week 1 to week 2, and you mentioned the Maryland game. How do you make that growth? How do you make that leap in growth this week?
I think it's you're looking at the tape. You know, it's the first time you're going live bullets. You got to look at the tape and go from like, all right, what we learned in camp, from game 1, week 2, some of the biggest improvements you need to make, some fundamentally, some just basic stuff that you did in camp, and then obviously learning the offense, like going into a different defense. And we actually have a team we can watch film on because we didn't have any tape on Western because it's new DC and stuff. So it's like you can now understand what they're going to do, anticipate a little bit more, and just really understand their team more.
All right, thanks.
Cool, thanks.